It's just trying to build that muscular endurance without having to run hard. It's just going up and down the hills, and it adds up, you know. If you've built a great aerobic capacity, then the track sessions come a little easier.
What's the plan for today then?
So long run today, up to Big C for pretty much 2 hours. So Big C is, as we call it, it's just, we have a loop that's about an hour on the mountains. It's very hilly. Say anyone kind of doing the marathon / half marathon work, or just trying to get in some good long runs without kind of running hard, but you still want the muscular fatigue. This is always great. The Big C is just trying to build that muscular endurance, you know. It's tough, especially if you've had a heavier week of training, but I've had Tuesday, Friday sessions this week, so not the usual Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I'll definitely will be a bit fresher going around this today.
Do you bring like extra gels with you or more food?
Yeah. Always gels up here. We always kind of, it works out with the loop. Obviously 2 hours I'll take one gel anyway. For obviously longer, and depends what you're trying to practice as well. Like if you're really close to marathon stuff, it's nearly just throwing the gels into you to just try to get as much fuel intake as you can as well for recovery. So but yeah, I'll definitely have a gel, and we generally would leave a drink down as well, just to kind of stop it after the first loop and have a sip or so and then go out again.
Could you run with anyone who's out and about today, like at any level?
Yeah, you couldn't kind of just pull anyone off the street and have them go join you, especially, obviously, you know, most people trying to run 17 miles in general anyway. This will end up being probably, say, under 7 minute mile on average, or 410 to 420 Ks, you know, so up and down the hills, which on an easy run for us would be very easy, you know. Obviously I'd love to be able to have 10 people join me for a run today, you know, but obviously you get that luxury in Dublin with everyone else, with the group, but not so much in Clonmel. Yeah, so our starting point is here, and then the first the first 400 to 500 meters is a bit of a shock to the system generally, because it's straight uphill, but then you're down. So for a mile, but generally we just jog up that hill for 500 meters or so.
Will there be many up here today?
Might be a few more than regularly, but you'd always meet one or two people around, either walking the dogs or hiking or so. The thing with Big C is that it's always been a winter spot for us. You never get the true joys of like really enjoying it on like a good summer's day.
Do you get nervous running on the mixed terrain versus the track?
Not really. Some people would. It's like why Willie's not here, because something like this could easily flare up his foot. Like if you're carrying something, then you have to be cautious, you know. Just the up and the downs and the movement, you know. Just 2 hours up here mentally compared to 2 hours around the town or up and down the Blue Way. It just flies by, you know. For 2 laps, generally I think it's just around 2,000 feet of gain from going up and down, you know. This is the one part where it's a very nice clear view.
Preparation for Dublin this year, will you have a bit of a crew together to train up here, or do you think you'll be doing a lot of this stuff on your own?
I definitely will have a crew, and I think I'm going to push to kind of try create a bit of a marathon squad. So like there's a lot of lads that'll be preparing also for Dublin that are all within an hour or two, a 90-minute drive. So it'd be great if you could get people together once a week or every fortnight and get a big group together to train. It's just the one distance we still haven't really kicked on yet in Ireland is the marathon. And the good thing with Dublin Marathon for most is that you have the daylight in that time of year, you know. It's a great time to train versus these spring marathons. Most of the work is done in the harsh part of the winter. I think by just bringing groups together, we can raise the domestic standard anyway.
Is this an official shout out for a marathon squad then?
Yeah, so if you want to run some PBs in the autumn marathons from Berlin to Valencia, come to Clonmel.
Did the hamstring feel up here on the trails?
Yeah, it's all right. Like everything kind of gets worked a bit harder when you're, you know, going up and down the hills.
Did you aim for a specific heart rate?
No, not here, because it just varies. Like, that's the beauty about it. It just goes up and down, and same with the pace. You don't really look at the pace, it varies, you know. The big engines are built up here. You stack a load of weeks of these together, that's when you're going pretty well.
What's coming up in terms of training or in terms of races?
At the moment we're kind of looking at European road running champs in April, and then we're looking at going away to Sierra Nevada on an altitude camp for a month. So things will come and go fairly quick. So we're kind of getting the last, say, 6 to 8 weeks now of the higher volume work, and just stacking the weeks and then just building the aerobic capacity so we can get ready for hitting those harder efforts on the track. We were up in the mountain this morning. Yeah, one of the trails up in the mountains. Yeah, Big C, yeah. Just get a flat white with oat milk, please.